On this week's episode of Titan TV, we take a deeper look into one of our very own assistant principals.
And we learn more about sports outside of school.
These and more stories are up next.
Titan TV starts now.
This is Friday, May 11th, and you're watching Titan TV. I'm Michael.
And I'm Alex. Many students are involved in sports both in and out of school. Tanner has the story.
Some student athletes here at CHS, the summer and off-season offer more time to showcase their skills by playing for a select team. Here are some students and coaches with their thoughts.
The biggest difference is the level of competition. A lot of times it's much higher in club sports. Pros, you get a lot more practice every week and you get to get new teammates and stuff, but a con is you're extra tired during the week.
You play better in competition and you play in front of a lot of coaches.
Well, I think there's some good and bad with it. I think for the elite players, it's really good. It gives them a chance to maybe play against a 6'4", 6'5" guard, or a post player to play against a 6'10" post player, which you can't get every day. So in that sense, I think it's good. But you know, it certainly shouldn't take the place of just a kid being in the gym on his own, working on his game.
Yeah, because you get to travel and more college scouts see you.
I think most people don't understand it's a double-edged sword. Your kids actually get a lot more touches on the ball, probably 4,000, 5,000 more touches than a kid who's not playing club. So not only are they working with us for a very short period of time in their off-season, they're working sometimes 3 and 4 times a week for 3 hours a night. So the overuse thing I see is a problem. I think the majority of times if you have kids who play club, the start of your season is a lot faster. You're further along at the beginning of your season than you would be if they didn't. Is it nice for us to have club players? Yes. Will all of our kids play club? No. And that's just one of those things that happens.
Keep up the great work, Titans. This is Tanner, Titan TV.
Select and high school sports have their differences, but the experience of playing for the school makes great memories. Hey Michael, I heard you were in debate.
Actually, it's interp.
I have to bring on a debater to prove my point. John gets the scoop.
Just like our many hardworking athletes, Titan Speech, Interp, and Debate have all been putting in some intense hours to prepare for their weekend tournaments.
Debate has taught me that if you want to be successful, you have to work really hard and really have a passion for what you're doing. And to stop sleeping, just kill that dream right now.
I think you have to do in order to be successful is you just have to put in the hours and you got to just try hard, because I mean if you don't care about it then you're never going to succeed in it.
The team's hard work has definitely shown, with more than 8 accounted for sweepstake awards, over 100 individual awards, more than 10 new members entered into the NFL, and even a state champion. So we asked Titan Speech, Interp, and Debate how it felt to win.
It's actually a tremendous sign of relief knowing that all the hard work and sleep deprivation paid off and you got to beat a bunch of people, and it just makes you want to do it again.
Winning is really exciting and it's very fun to win, but more than that, when we are at a tournament and we're about to find out that somebody who's worked super hard over the year has really accomplished their goals and that they're going to be awarded and they're going to get the spotlight on the stage, that's the coolest thing about winning, is not the trophy but just the accomplishment of all that hard work, being rewarded up on the stage.
So be sure to say congratulations and good job to all of our hardworking Speech, Interp, and Debate members, as well as stopping by the room if you're ever interested in joining. If you want to join, be sure to check out the Titan Speech, Interp, and Debate website, as well as coming to the spring orientation. This is John, Titan TV.
Well, I'm glad that argument is resolved. Many students have questions when it comes to choosing where to receive higher education after school. Blake has more on the subject.
A growing factor in deciding on a college in today's society is the cost. So many students are moving towards a 2-year school because of cost of tuition and cost of living. Although college is a very important part of education, it can be a very expensive experience. I talked to Mrs. Jones, Mr. Burke, Collin College students, and Brad Baker about Collin College.
And some benefits of maybe starting in a 2-year college would be, first would be the cost. If they're wanting to make some type of transition from a 2-year school to a 4-year school, the 2-year school would be good. Or if they're not wanting to jump to that 4-year campus, I think a 2-year option is pretty good. Steps for getting into community college, like if we use Collin College, for example, that would be you would go to applytexas.org, fill out the application. You would have to be a high school graduate. You wouldn't have to take your SAT or ACT, so it's pretty simple. It's just about filling out that form and making sure that you graduate. Definitely would recommend Quad C or Collin College. A lot of our kids go there.
I went to Quad C and I graduated from North Texas. Definitely. It's a great way to get your basics out of the way. It's a good place to go to school. I met my best friend there, so, I mean, it's a great opportunity. Wouldn't be where I am now without it.
And I go to Collin College, and I enjoy it because I get a quality education for a tremendous price.
I get a fantastic education from people who are still working in the fields while they're teaching and are absolutely top-notch.
And the great thing about Collin is it can be a launching point for anywhere that you want to go.
They have a fantastic and exciting theater program.
Hi, I'm Brad Baker. I'm a professor of theater at Collin College. Been there for 20 years. Collin is a tremendous program. Our faculty are all working professionals. Everyone who teaches there is also actively working as an artist in the profession. So the pipelines to the profession are real. Our students transfer to colleges and universities all over the country. Have a young man going to Juilliard. It's my 4th student heading to Juilliard this year. We've got them from New York to California and everywhere in between. Collin's a very inexpensive school, top-notch faculty. It's probably the best teaching experience I've ever had. I've taught all over the nation, universities included, and this is my favorite place I've ever been.
Collin College is an economical way to get your education while living close to home.
2 brothers in our school have more than projects and tests to take their attention. Giovanni talks to them about their family's fight.
1 in 20 people in the United States will be affected by colon cancer. These statistics became reality to a well-known teacher of the Frisco ISD. Mrs. Frame was diagnosed about 3 years ago, and I got the chance to interview her sons about how they are battling cancer as a family.
My mom's been battling colon cancer for 3 years now. When she was first diagnosed, they only gave her 6 weeks, but she's been a really good fighter, and through support from her friends and whatnot, she's been able to help raise me and my brother. She's done a really good job, and I'm proud of you, Mom.
Well, one thing about my mom's fight with cancer is that we just enjoy the little things in life. Like, we do fun stuff a lot, and we just spend time together as a family, which is something important because we never know how long we got left. Well, they originally gave her 6 weeks, but that was a definite understatement considering she's almost been here for 2.5 years.
Alumni, current students, and staff have been brought together at Gunstream to help support Mrs. Frame and her family.
Team Frame is the support system created by the staff of Gunstream for my mom. They've done a really good job with fundraising and support. They also have their own Relay for Life team.
No matter how much pain she may feel, she still is able to go to work most of the time, and she still is able to support her family, and she stays strong through it all.
Mrs. Frame is making great progress, with her most recent surgery on April 3rd being a success. We wish Mrs. Frame and her family the best of luck.
You may know Ms. Mayfield as the assistant principal. I went around and asked students what they think about her.
I like Miss Mayfield because I think she's cool, and most of the time she's trying to be friendly, and she seems like she's trying to get along with everybody.
I like Miss Mayfield. She's the bomb.com. She's not even my AP, and she's my favorite.
What I like best about Miss Mayfield is that she's one of the most caring individuals I've ever worked with in my 14 years in education. She always puts the interest of the kids first and is very empathetic and understanding of the needs that students have.
I really don't think about the fact that I'm the only woman assistant principal at Centennial High School. It honestly does not impact my job. The other 4 assistant principals treat me exactly the same as they treat each other, and as long as the job gets done and we support each other, we all have the same respect for each other. It doesn't impact my job much.
Mrs. Mathews is planning on getting further in her career in education. So this summer, she is planning on getting her doctoral degree.
The next 5 years, and I'm going to be completely honest, if Randy Spain is still a principal at Centennial High School, I will still work here as an assistant principal. If he moves on, I would probably look to pursue other opportunities. I don't know if I'm ready to have my own building yet, but someday I would like to be the principal of a high school. I choose this job because I want to make a difference. I want to be there when somebody's struggling. I want to help somebody up when they need a hand. I want to offer them resources that maybe they didn't have. I want to be that support system to them when they feel like they don't have anybody. That's our whole purpose as a human race, is to love and support each other. And I get to do that every single day in my job. How many people get to say every day they make a positive difference in the world to somebody?
Hey Titans, this is Ashlyn with your Titan Sports Update. The varsity baseball team won the by-district round of the state playoffs over Rockwall with scores of 12-7 and 14-1. Jacob Ashley pitched a 3-hitter on Saturday, and Austin Schatz, Tanner Gardner, Taylor Ragland, and Ryan Pulsifer continued for 17 hits and 13 RBIs in the 2 games. Schatz and Ragland each had 2 home runs in the series. Congratulations to Taylor Ragland for being selected as the Dallas Morning News Player of the Week for his performance in the series. Next up for us will be Dallas Hillcrest in the area round of the playoffs. So come out and support your Titans, Friday, May 11th at Quick Trip Park in Grand Prairie at 7:30 and Saturday, May 12th at Quick Trip Park in Grand Prairie at 1. Game 3 will start 30 minutes after Game 2. Thanks, Titans.
Well, that's it for this week's edition of Titan TV.
Have a great weekend, Titans. Open parentheses, turn and talk, close parentheses, turn and